reality. Our truth, the past can't erase it. The change is the choice that we make it a better. Join me, y'all, as I walk to Whole Foods. I do truly enjoy grocery shopping, so I thought I'd make some content and bring the channel along and end off this video with a dinner talk. Stick around, grocery store, back home, dinner talk. Let's go. Like I said, y'all, I love grocery shopping. Basically being able to travel the world through the grocery store. So we have the cold smoked Atlantic salmon, 365 Whole Food Markets brand. Changing seas, we have a New York style Nova Lux, Kendall Brooks, flame roasted salmon. It's different. Atlantic salmon, sockeye salmon. We're gonna have to do an educational blurb of what sockeye salmon is. Learn something new. Oh, and they have caviar over here. Sockeye salmon, also called redfish, are a species of Pacific salmon known for their vibrant red flesh and unique life cycle, which requires lakes for juvenile rearing before they migrate to the ocean to mature and return to freshwater to spawn. The salmon's spiritual meaning centers on transformation, determination, and wisdom, symbolizing the courage to swim against the current, overcome obstacles, and return to one's roots. It represents a deep, intuitive connection to ancestral memory and cyclical natural renewal. Oh, and they have caviar over here. We have a golden Ostera caviar, Siberian sturgeon caviar, Kita salmon caviar, whitefish caviar, caviar usay. Okay. And shrimp. Beautiful shrimp from all over the seas. All over the seas. Jumbo lump crab meat. And look here, y'all, we get to try a sample today. It is the hot smoked Atlantic salmon. So it's an Atlantic salmon with salt, brown cane sugar. Let's take a bite, shall we? My hands are not washed, so don't mind me. I'm just gonna, y'all know I walked here to Whole Foods. I'm just gonna take a shot of the salmon, like a jello shot. Or like a salmon shot. A smoked salmon shot. It's a bit dry. The flavor, it's a bit salty. I don't dislike it. It's cool. We're gonna have one more for good measure. One more salmon shot for good measure. This one's more, it's more moist. So this salmon has been chopped, cubed up and left in this little cold refrigerator stand. This piece of salmon was really moist. It's tasty. For $6.99 each, that's not bad. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, y'all. Oh, they have beef oxtails. $11.99 a pound. But we might have to come back for the oxtail. The oxtail. This is one thing. The oxtail. This is the one thing I said I would never eat. Liver. I still feel this way. Well, you know, you never want to say never. Give yourself a chance to grow and evolve infinitely. But personal preference, it's a no. Ancestral ground chicken, period. Right? 100% grass-fed, regenerative ground beef, liver, heart. We're in the new world, baby. We regenerative, grass-fed, ground, bison, liver, heart. 100% grass-fed, ground venison, liver, heart. I don't love venison, personally. It's too gamey for me. To each is preference. We found some cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano, 24-month raw. Contains milk. Thank you for letting us know. Let's get a sample, y'all. Parmigiano Reggiano. This is the one thing I really love about the grocery store. So we have some education. Parmigiano Reggiano, the king of cheeses. We didn't know. Savory, nutty richness with a crystal crunch. Aged for a minimum of 24 months. Hand selected in Italy from Whole Foods. Market exclusive producers. Wheels cracked and wrapped in-house. So we're gonna go ahead and try it, y'all. A cheese shot. Now, the face is not disrespect to Parmigiano Reggiano. It's like from a wheel of cheese. Now, y'all, I'm from Austin, Texas, United States of America. I didn't grow up eating my cheese from wheels of cheeses. Now, I've had cheese from a wheel of cheese before, and it's that crystal crunch. That's different. That crystal crunch. That's why I made the face, because I don't always have cheese from the wheel. The crystal crunch is a surprise, and it's something to acclimate to. It is a delicious cheese. I am not a cheese connoisseur, but y'all, we just had Parmigiano Reggiano 24-month raw. Next stop. Now, y'all, I love potatoes. This is a roasted fingerling with lemon potato. Let's try it. A potato shot. The lemon is pungent on the potato, and let's try it. Honestly, it could do with a little bit more butter, a little bit more richness. You can definitely taste the lemon. You could definitely do with some more butter on that on the potato. Those meatballs look divine. It looks so good. It looks so good. We have more cheese. Provolone. Now, y'all know provolone is a creamier cheese. So I'm excited about provolone. Let's do a cheese shot. Another cheese shot, y'all. These rolls look absolutely delicious. We have an albacore crunch roll. Now, y'all, I'm 32, and yet still I have yet to get into sushi. Like, I eat maki rolls, but I like sashimi and raw fish, which I think is raw fish. Sashimi means raw fish. I have yet to get into. One of these days. That's not today. All right. We had a great walk to the grocery store today, and we had a great experience. Tried some Atlantic smoked salmon with brown sugar, some lemon fingerlings, and 2 types of cheeses. I did order something to pick up. We're at the counter now. Let's pick it up and let's head home. How are you doing today? All right, y'all, let's head home. We got rice and samosas. We're gonna head home now. And I think we should end off with a dinner talk. I'll see y'all in a moment, in a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's a couple of days later. Actually, yeah, a couple days later, but none the more, a promise kept. We had a great time at the grocery store. Picked up a few items, this white rice, in which I'm eating now, as well as the veggie samosas. I did eat all of the veggie samosas, so no samosas in this edition of Dinner Talk. Dinner Talk is where I speak about whatever spirit the soul puts on my heart to speak about. And we eat dinner together. We conversate, we commune. Trust me, the veggie samosas were good. They were pea and potato, traditional pea and potato veggie samosas, really delicious. I have a rice bowl with potato, a roasted potato, a bit of soy sauce as well. So I am a channel for the divine. I utilize my intimacy with my inner space or the oneness of all things. Truly, we are celestial, universal consciousness, universal consciousness, one is consciousness existence, meaning our energies are quantumly entangled or one. And this is one of infinite paradigms of perspective, perception of our existential fundamental nature. I use my connection with all things, so the inner and outer space, because the inner and outer space are truly one, to channel healing frequencies and messages, to assist us in this time. The time of atonement, time of unconditional love, ancient prophesied age of unconditional love, where we're awakening in the masses. God's creation, which we know, we have this paradigm synaptical understanding of existence as God's creation, which is infinite dimensions and truly infinite paradigms and infinite perspective, perceptions, and infinite sentient perspectives. Within my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast with Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, which they are linked below. Kingdom Things Podcast you can find on YouTube and Spotify. Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment you can find on YouTube. I channel existential fundamental nature remembrances to assist with uplifting our humanism, which our humanism has always been tandem with infinite limitless potentials. And we're awakening to this remembrance and wellness and balance. The Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 prophecy, which is ancient, galactic, and beyond prophecy. Hindu turn of a yuga prophecy, ancient Mayan Hopi prophecy, fifth world prophecy, manifesting heaven on earth, as well as we know through Christianity or the Bible, the second coming of Christ. The Christian Bible, the second coming of Christ. Jewish culture, the age of the Messiah, the Moshiac. Truly the Messiah, the Moshiac, and all of these paradigms and synaptical understandings as we perceive it are one with everything, everything. I share my healing frequencies or my presence and healing wisdoms and my content, like here on Dinner Talk with the Magic Notes with Nicole Phillips. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be pumping out a lot of different dimensions of content and allowing the channel to grow and evolve into what it wants to be. I pray as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. When I first started this channel, I was afraid to share my journey. I've been awakened in many ways, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, mentally. I think I said mentally already. To from the inner space, or internal guidance, soul guidance, heart guidance, to remembrance that all is one. In this time when we've been asleep as a galactic species, galactic dimensions, galactic and beyond species, galactic and beyond dimensions, galactic and beyond energies, in an amnesiac phase where we perpetuated imbalances of stark, dense energies and perspectives of ourselves, ideologies of who we are. Narcissistic, bigoted ideologies of who we are, and narcissistic and bigoted in a way that they were fixated. We forgot our existential fundamental nature of lucidity or infinite potentials, and we clung to ideologies and understandings of our existential fundamental nature. We call it ancestral patterns, ancestral traumas, ancestral wounds, or ancestral history out of alignment with universal celestial oneness consciousness, celestial consciousness, unity consciousness of the remembrance that we are one with infinite dimensions, infinite energies, infinite paradigms of existence or evolution. Existence or evolution, most commonly termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Prime Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High, within our synaptical understanding of reality. That's Hazel Girl. Within our synaptical understanding of reality. So I'm awakening to greater conscious awareness of the limitless potentials in which I am, the limitless potentials in which all things truly are. And I was afraid to share this here on this channel. I have been sharing, but now I'm more open. And again, I'm just allowing myself to blossom into who I am, into greater conscious awareness of who I am and my contribution to all things, as well as the channel, as well as I'm excited to perceive how all beings, all things are grow and evolve into more wellness and balance. The Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy states that we will be a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no ephemeral world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. As death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking were a part of the makings of us. My soul says whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. Created these makings of us are thought patterns and energetic embodiments in which we held, which created death, disease, co-created death, disease, or co-created the procreation and continued experiencing a manifestation of death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. Those are part of the makings of us. It didn't start with us. We are one of infinite galactic species, galactic dimensions in which these energies and these manifestations have perpetuated through what we would know as eons, infinite spaces, dimensions, and time. The divine says during this age of unconditional love, all of God's creation is rising from the inner space and outer space. For humans, what does that look like for us as biological beings, as we perceive it? Spiritual awakenings, consciousness expansion, genome DNA activation to align with frequencies, frequential bandwidths of energy, remembrances, love. That feeds us thought patterns of our limitless nature, our wellness, our balance, our ability to naturally, cellularly, molecularly regenerate, our ability to create with our minds, cast reality with our minds, as universally aligned, universally signed for the upliftment and rejuvenation of all things through our soul, heart, space guidance. Everything that we're seeing right now in our reality. Let me take a bite, excuse me, y'all. I love soy sauce on white rice. It's really delicious. The potatoes are great too. They're roasted golden Yukon potatoes, not the lemon potatoes. The lemon potatoes were good. Again, they could use more butter. Everything we're seeing in our reality, it is atonement. It's a darkness coming to the light. We're actually going to roll into a clip that I channeled. Celestial ancestors, celestial and beyond galactic ancestors co-created this, channeled this production through me, guided me to make this production to assist us in this time. Let's roll into the clip. The darkness that is coming to light. Dimensions of our human being synonymous with galactic heritage. Energies in which are eons old, trillions and trillions of years old, have been playing out in our human culture and traditions for our historic and pre-recorded history. Who do we want to be? Collectively, we have chosen celestial beings, or the remembrance that we are all things, allowing our projections of reality to be our remembrance of dimensions of the self, to be wisdoms, inquire about the remembrance of the self, to be the wisdoms of the remembrance of the self or our reality, to manifest or be wellness, balance, universal connection, universal orchestration. To grow and evolve our energy infinitely by having an inquisitive disposition on our existence or our energy, to grow and evolve our energy and our existence into more wisdom, more wellness, more balance. Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy says, we'll be a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. And we'll understand this in the masses, that this is our cultural trajectory, existence, acceptance of who we are by 2033, which again is dimensions of the second coming of Christ, or turn of the Yuga, the golden age, golden Yuga, Australian Aboriginal coming home to the remembrance of our galactic origins, galactic heritage, galactic evolution, African, Yoruba, and more, ancestral remembrance, ancestral teachings through our DNA, through our inner space, and many other prophecies and insights from cultures all around our planet. Do not replace your professional medical advice with anything you experience or hear within Kingdom Things Podcast with Nicole Phillips. My experience, I hope that this clip brought you enlightenment and remembrance and confidence and light during this time where a lot of things are coming to the light from the darkness, dimensions of our human, of our galactic heritage, which is evolving. And as all of these things come from the darkness to the light, or from our subconscious to our conscious perspective, from the Epstein file situation to the wars, the propagandized, fraudulently spawned wars that were used to be peddled as wars to proliferate democracy in the world, but we now have ways and means of communicating with ourselves and with each other, which only mirror our innate ability to communicate through spirit or the soul or through our consciousness. In Hinduism, it's called the causal body. Our one mind, our one heart, our one soul, our one spirit, which has infinite dimensions. We're able to see all of these things come to the light because it's a time of atonement. And as we now consciously perceive, from the sex trafficking, human trafficking, pedophilia, self-disparagement, or talking about other cultures and religions and ideologies, or people that hold ideologies different than our own. We speak about how we want to be unity, we want to be love, we want to be family, we want to be no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. All the conversations in which we have as everything is coming to the light in our consciousness, or our existence, or our realm, or our beingness, or our contribution to the evolution of all things, or God, Allah, Shekinah, Param, Source, Hashem, Brahman, the Most High. We're manifesting or co-creating a reality without death, disease, war, famine, poverty, pedophilia, sex trafficking, human trafficking. We're actually going to roll into a Kingdom Things Podcast with Nicole Phillips, which is my podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify. Again, it's linked below in the description of this dinner talk edition. We're going to roll into an episode of the Kingdom Things Podcast where I channel, I channel Akbar the Great, which he is recorded in our conscious perception of our history, the Mughal Empire. I believe this is correct. I'm channeling right now. The Mughal Empire. He was a ruler of the Mughal Empire, Akbar the Great, and we channeled about being the soul space, healing through the soul space. I healed through the soul space, and then I co-create with ancestral forces, universal forces, the oneness of all things. These transmissions, all of my transmissions. So rolling to an episode of Kingdom Things Podcast, where we channeled Akbar the Great, a ruler of the Mughal Empire, in regards to being indifferent to differences. Let's roll into a clip. Roll into the clip. Are infected with, are inhabited with this energy that says that I'm right. I'm right. How I see things is correct. How I see things is correct. And we see this played out in our society. And I'm being guided to understand this is where war stems from. Being guided to understand this is a dimension and aspect of a property that fuels war. Our superiority complex that says, I'm right, you're wrong. We're being guided to transcend into higher states of awareness, where we are transcending into higher states of awareness. So it's understanding that every difference in our creation has a purpose, and it's supposed to be different for a reason. Allow that difference to be different, and instead of casting energies in which you hold within, it's being neutral and respectful to the differences. Like, oh, that's different. Nice. Like, Feel the way you feel, but it's not trying to convince that difference that it should be like you. And where that comes from, a part of where that comes from, a dimension in which I gleaned where that comes from is an imbalance within self, where we don't accept self for self's difference. I was shown a new perspective of creation, of reality, of life. Every relationship in which we have, the nature of that relationship is only a dimension of ourselves. Every relationship in which we have is only a dimension and aspects of ourselves. So the relationship you have with your spouse, the relationship you have with your family, the relationship you have with your friends are only dimensions and aspects of yourself. So we spend our time trying to convince other people of who we are, essentially. We spend our time trying to convince other people of who we are. Who I am is not who you are. Who you are is not who she is. Who she is not who he is. But we spend our time, our realities, our lives, trying to convince other people of who we are instead of just being who we are. And that's what creation life, that's an aspect of creation of life, is just being who we are. Just be who you are. And as we be who we are, we get to learn and glean from self and create out of deeper understandings of self. So create lives and new embodiments of self that are in greater alignment with greater consciousness. So greater aspects of self. Greater aspects of self as we're able to perceive greater aspects of self. Akbar the Great is going to come in now and channel through me, through myself. I really hope you enjoyed this Gender Talk installment. Hope you enjoyed the clips that were inserted. Again, Kingdom Things Podcast with Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. I'm going to go ahead and end this transmission. So we have my podcast, Kingdom Things Podcast. We also have another podcast, Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. We do powwow sessions over there. Whenever I come to inner space with the ancestral forces, I call these powwow sessions, whatever the ancestral forces like, hey, will say to me, hey, Ashley, through the inner space, shamanism, ESP, psychic abilities, mediumship. Hey, Ashley, look at this paradigm in humanism. And let's channel about it in Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. This channeling these healing frequencies, these ancestral wisdoms, these ancestors to help grow and evolve y'all's humanism, y'all's galactic heritage into more wellness, balance, galactic heritage and beyond into more wellness, balance, limitless potentials, conscious awareness of our limitless existential fundamental nature, which is infinite dimensions. Whatever is placed on your heart to be and say that through your soul space. And sit with yourself every day. Call to action. Sit with yourself every day. Ask yourself, hey, soul self, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, as well as greater conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Your lingo with the universe is most likely unique to yourself. Validate yourself in your knowing so in which you become more comfortable and blossoming into your authentic contributions to the evolution of all things, or your soul's energy, or the divine wisdoms in which you've always been, in which we've always been. Again, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is available to stream on YouTube. It is linked below. I'm also a singer-songwriter. I heal through the inner space. Like everything else, I heal through the inner space. And I'm channeling healing frequencies and wisdoms and energies into my music. Ashley Nicole Music is available to stream for free on YouTube. It's linked below in the description of this video. We're going to roll into a clip of a song that I'll pick at random. About 10 seconds of it right now.
Liberation and the flames, descending in a vision. That's the sunset glowing.
Hope you enjoyed the song. Again, Ashley Nicole Music is available to stream on YouTube, link below. On Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube, I also have my live series. I channel through the heart space, soul space, ancestral forces. The live series is called Out of the Box. It's an analogy to what we're all experiencing in some way. Awakening to our limitless nature within the illusion or the dimensionality of finite or the dream. We are energies and frequencies in the mind of the divine, or the mind of limitless potentials, awakening to this remembrance of our limitless potentials within this dream of dimensionality, of love, of loveness, of balance, which we've always only been. Out of the Box is the first season is available to stream Ashley Nicole Music on YouTube. I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It's been a part of my awakening and evolution. Remembering into new dimensions and new frequencies and new alignment of wellness, of balance, of self-love, of unconditional love, of the remembrance of principle of correspondence as below, so above. Everyone in my reality is a mirror to myself, showing me dimensions of the self for all things, to use my mind to rate, or my soul's guidance and my soul's remembrance and wisdoms to raise the vibrations of the thought patterns that we share, of the energies in which we share, in our infinite multiplicity. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts, Asia's story. The first book, Coming Home, the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm Home. My hands are shaky. Followed by the story of Asia, I'm Home. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. My soul says healing frequencies, actually. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of experiences which help evolve and grow her and send her inward to remember her connection to the celestial mind or universal consciousness of the oneness of all things or limitless infinite potentials. The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is my other half. My other half is a twin flame divine counterpart journey home to God inside. The paradigm that is to remember us into the remembrance that we're one with all beings, all things. One soul manifests as 2 humans across many lifetimes, many dimensions, many paradigms, many space-time, continuum, evolutionary cycles. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together. Each lifetime says that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances? This is the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It is available in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing all digital downloads, it's $29.97 plus tax, 3 separate downloads. The links are specified below for the digital downloads. If you're doing paperback copies mailed to your home, it's 2 separate bindings. Asia's story, the first 2 books come in 1 binding. My other half comes in a separate binding, $29.98 plus tax, more than more. For all 3 stories, 2 paperback bindings mailed to your home. Again, available in the Amazon bookstore. The links are available to click below in the description of this video. Lastly, but certainly not least, the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel evolved and flourished into the animated series. So I was guided to co-create that I co-create through soul guidance, communing with the soul. I channel the existential fundamental consciousness expanding multidimensional experiences in which I have conscious awareness of. I channel them within the animated series. Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream right now through my author's YouTube channel, AP Short Stories on YouTube, link below. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Just give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you be, embody your limitless potentials consciously. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
My name is Asia, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming Home, the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm Home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from the day's trip, I have read my Atum's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.
I chose the past can't erase it. The change is the choice that we make it a